What's up, everybody, and welcome to Change Bible Study. We're looking in the book of Luke chapter 19 today, and in this story we're going to the city of Jericho. This is long after Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. This is actually in the New Testament, and here we have a man by the name of Zacchaeus. And a lot of people forget that this is where this story took place, where these walls had been torn down, still pride had been built up, and it was built up in one man named Zacchaeus. He was a tax collector, but he had heard about Jesus and about what he had been able to do for people, and deep down inside he wanted to change. He knew that he needed something different, so he wanted to see Jesus as he was passing by. So we pick it up in verse 3. It says that, and he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. And he ran before and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. So many elements in this scripture. But when you look at the story of Zacchaeus, what he had heard had caught him in his heart so much. He wanted to see the person. He wanted to look at Jesus. And then the fact that he realized that he was too short or too small to see Jesus and he would need some help, he decided to help himself. So he would figure that, if I climbed up into a tree, maybe that'd be an easier way for me to see. So on the one hand, you have this person who was too small, so he tries to compensate on his own. Then you have this person who knew what he had been hearing, but he thought that the best that he could do was just to see the person who had been doing these things. But look at what happens right around verse number 5. It says, and when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house. One of the lessons in this story is that while Zacchaeus was satisfied just to see Jesus, Jesus actually wanted to spend time with him. Jesus actually wanted to come into his house. If you will, he wanted to come into his heart. Zacchaeus just wanted a visual. Jesus wanted something intimate. Zacchaeus just wanted something passing. But Jesus wanted something permanent. This is to let us know that the desire in us, first of all, to even want to be in the presence of God, that's something that's a gift of the Spirit. It's God which worketh in us both to will and to do his good pleasure. But then beyond that, he just wanted to see him. But Jesus wanted to be with him. Isn't it good to know that we serve a God who wants to be with us more than we want to be with him? And on top of that, he's not just interested in being around us or just passing by. He wants to come in. And that is why, if you have an earnest desire to have a deeper relationship with the Lord, that's a prayer that's already answered by virtue of the fact of who Jesus is. His desire is for us. His longing is to be close to us, so close, he even wants to abide in us, and us in him. So I pray that this is one less stone in our wall of Jericho that we put around ourselves to separate ourselves from God, or to think that God is too far from us. Yes, God is good. In fact, he is too good for us. But that's the glory of Jesus. Jesus brings us into the presence of the Father. He enables us to not just be a passing glance, but a permanent friend of God. Until next time, please remember that change is good.